nothing can be better than entertain someone on Friday, 11 p.m. in Las Vegas. But I'll try my best. There's a lot of competition going on outside, but we'll try. What we're going to talk today is kind of futuristic reality. From these 2 days, from my personal experience, the biggest challenge, what I thought when was people coming and asking at our booth what it is, the biggest challenge for me was explain to people it's not futuristic, it's real, it's today. I kind of surprised we was facing this because perhaps because these days we can see so much futuristic concepts in the internet and whatever else. And when someone coming and saying, no, it's today, it's yesterday, it's a little bit hard to look in this view. The background, right? We are the Airship company who built the airships for the last 30 years. We sell them to all around the world. It's FAA certified, it's European certified, it's Asian certified. But what we thought, and always this airship, one of the future or the huge potential, it was logistic, in boring way of the word logistic. Because always with the question, how we can move something from anywhere to anywhere, right? And under this something, it was mean, can we move something big and heavy? This always was attraction of airship until events as coronavirus accelerate everything in online and create the e-commerce. At this point, we realize we're not moving anything heavy anymore, right? We're moving light and big volume. And the ability of the coming and delivery from point to point becoming more critical. Going forward, we all become lazy. And as we become lazy, we all sitting at home and we prefer, I don't ask the consumer right now, right? About prefer the package arrive by himself. And 15 years ago, right, the concept of the drone delivery begin. Oops. It's supposed to be movie playing. For some, let me figure out. Okay. Maybe in the end we can have this movie back. I'll try to be entertaining as movie. Basically, the concept of drone begin. I don't want to talk about why drone is wonderful for delivery. It's every retail. It's dream life when they can. If the customer can order and 60 minutes later on, the stuff arrive. Right? It's dream life. Because in this case, your revenue going up because, of course, all the purchases emotional. Right, and we wanna have now. If I decide to buy a new toothbrush, I maybe change my mind in the morning if this toothbrush will be not delivered to me in the next 60 minutes, and everything else. The drone become excitement, right? However, there's the reason why we don't see them after so many years. Yeah, technology developed, drones there, but we don't see this delivery happening today. There are couple barriers. One of the most important barriers, of course, is FAA. In the United States, it's FAA. In the Europe, it's EASA, and et cetera. The biggest challenge, because all aviation philosophy of public safety was always built on the ability of the pilot to see another airplane. And if we remove this ability, we're all flying in airplanes, we know there's pilot in the cockpit. When we remove this ability, all the aviational concept of the safety crash. And of course, if I wanna fly my drone in the city, I'm facing the issue with line of sight. The pilot don't see drone, and FAA, of course, saying, hold on, we got the problem here. The pilot on the ground don't see the drone. We not feel comfortable. We not yet have fully automotive self-driving cars all around. We're not yet there to provide safety in the way of the collision with another aircraft or the safety during the landing, whatever, on the ground. And this become barrier. Yes, FAA make big step forward, and companies as Walmart, Amazon, Alphabet, and I can continue this, did achieve incredible milestone when convinced FAA to start doing some testing. Unfortunately, this testing in rural area or suburban slash rural area, where they allow to do some operation beyond of this line of sight. But again, here we come, right? With our technology and understanding of today, we're simply understanding whatever happened tomorrow in e-commerce and online, it's all about delivery. Because think this way, how fast this delivery happening, right? Because before online, before e-commerce, we always got experience going to the store. We was buying in the store, it was emotional experience. Right? We humans, we emotional, all purchase, or we hungry, or it's needed, it's emotional, right? We select this car or another car, we're buying the wedding rings, or we're buying the new furniture, it's all emotional. The parcel delivery removed these emotions, and the last point, what is left, is how fast they receive, right? It's the drone. It's only one way. What we was coming to FAA and we're saying to FAA, hey guys, how about this? You already type certify our airship. Our airship absolutely normal. They're flying right around over the cities with advertising or camera or sporting events. People love them. You don't have any problem with our airship. What about we put the drone pilot on the airship, and now drone pilot see his drone all the time. And we got this line of sight. Surprisingly, the FAA is saying, hey, yes, go operate. And we realize with today, I don't want to use words technology, with today product, because Airship is already product, right? The drones already reach the level of the product. With today, with this technology, both of them on technology level 9, we can make this happen today or yesterday, because they was exist already. From retail standpoint, it's couple points, right? Can you imagine? You deliver anything to your customer in 60 minutes. The miracle, right? More, you can probably tell him exactly the time when it was going to be delivered. You can reduce your shipping costs of last mile as low as $3 per package. From today, vans, right? Because van got very limited number of the package. There's the driver, there's traffic. It takes long time, and it's a lot of additional cost, right? The insurances and fuel for the van. Here, the vehicle can move 4,000 packages at the same time, and we can achieve this $3 per parcel. Next one, you're saying, why I need to have my fulfillment center in the city? I can put my fulfillment center outside of the city, and I can make this fulfillment center very big, right? We're talking in case of consolidated 3PL or the business model like Amazon. Because for me to fly from this fulfillment center to the city is much faster. It's flying with speed of 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers per hour. I'm very, very fast. Next, of course, what from our professional view, in some way it's more important cost saving. It's all another benefits. You're becoming not just innovative retail, you're becoming retail from the future. Ability to deliver your product from the sky at any house or any business. Of course, Airship is zero emission, it's electrical. Drone is zero emission, it's electrical. Beautiful. Now you can honestly, putting your hand on your heart, tell to your customers, it's really zero emission. It's sustainable, like no another mode. Your customer become much more happy because they got the product in the time. They're not blaming you on non-delivery. Of course, the return item, the damage of the item. And of course, as we were talking in the beginning about the emotional element, the card conversion rate just going to the skies. How it's happened, right? Let's say you don't have your own fulfillment center. You're shipping to our partner, fulfillment center, and one of our partners here, and we're going to torture him and ask him why he like what he's doing with us. You ship to him, he's doing absolutely normal standard process, right? He got your item, the customer online on your webpage or another e-commerce platform make the order, he receiving your order, he did fulfillment, he put labels, he put in the box, and he put everything on, we call this loading platform. On his roof, on his parking lot, doesn't matter. It's exactly same process what he's doing today, putting the packages to the van. Only right now it's much easier. He put all packages on the platform. Airship arrive. Airship don't need to land to pick up the cargo. Airship hover over his parking lot or over his rooftop, lifted this platform, and Airship proceed to the city, right? Again, capacity of the one flight is about 4,000 parcels. They consolidated. Our initial model is the Los Angeles, and we're looking in the Los Angeles. We're distributing some of the zip codes. Somewhere it's in LA, we love packages. We don't like to go to the stores anymore. It's we kind of weirdo. But history shows when LA weirdo, eventually everyone become around the world same weirdo. Now this airship hovering over, let's say, Hollywood, and drones flying from airship down, delivering the packages to consumers, and flying up back to airship to pick up next package. After they've done this area X, let's say, delivery 500 packages, and next neighborhood, let's say 1-2 kilometers or half kilometer, airship moving to next neighborhood, and we repeat the process. Same time, back in fulfillment center, they're loading new platform because order continue coming. Airship, after uploading all the packages, coming back to fulfillment center, drop empty platform, and new platform already loaded with next customers, with next orders. At least this one playing.
To fill the skies of America and Europe. And more than 75 years later, Bill Whitaker shows us why airships could be taking off again.
The submarine-style airship is called Aeros craft, and it's being housed at the Tustin Marine Corps Air Station.
The workers are putting together a completely new kind of aircraft, a kind of aircraft the world has never seen.
It looks like a blimp, but its designers say it's a whole lot more, that it might be the future of air travel.
What's different this time is it's helium, and they've created something here that's entirely new altogether.
A vehicle that could take humanitarian aid, military missions, and shipping logistics to new heights.
This could be vital in helping troops in remote areas overseas.
I've never seen anything that looks like this.
There isn't one. This is the only one in the world.
There is no place that this vehicle can't go. We can go anywhere. There's no ports, no runways. It could be the rainforest. It could be the Arctic. We can land on snow, ice, water.
It could be like an air cruise ship. You could go around the world and just kind of hover over Italy, for example, drop down and go see part of Paris or Rome or wherever.
You really don't know what it's going to be used for because we're
It's unfortunately first video I'm playing, but this one is just showing to you pre-production model. Again, originally it was never, it was before coronavirus when it all was designed, it was never designed in beginning for this kind of mission. This was logistical mission, right? But with all the market changing and you on the front row of this market change, we realize that's unique opportunity, especially after we received the thumbs up from FAA. What become is make this technology or this product, it's only today qualify product or technology for urban delivery, to delivery in the city, where basically delivery need to be happen. We talk a little bit, right? It's one the small vehicle, and talking about small vehicle, it's we call this ML806 model, right? It's about 6 to 10 metric ton, about 4,000 to 6,000 packages. We assume average package weight 4 pounds. On the environmental side, on sustainability, you're just removing 110 vehicles. Outside of the CO2 reduction, you can imagine how happy people in the neighborhood when they don't see any more delivery vans. How easy to bring your kids to the school when you don't have the van sitting up front of your house and you don't know how open garage. Reduction of the traffic. Everyone love it when it's not traffic. 110 delivery vans out from the city per vehicle. We're starting operation. We call this initial operation. Again, we select the Los Angeles as probably, again, it's the most challenging from delivery standpoint because LA traffic. One van left from fulfillment center, you never make second tour time. It's not about distance, about LA traffic because going and delivery parcel, it's all day. It's all day, right? Same time, it's huge density. LA is one of the biggest receiver of the packages because population density. And of course, it's the center. We got the port, a lot of containers coming to port with consumer products. It's where we started. The model we're selecting up to 12 companies. I don't remember exactly how many spots left to participate in initial operation. Initial operation is going to start next year. Right now we finalizing agreement with the locations inside of the city. And we're going to do this kind of initial operation with each company, what we're selecting from list of 12. It's a completely different industry. We don't want to create competition. But outside of just demonstrate, you can delivery for $3, right, per package in 60 minutes. Our goal show how overall concept can boost this 12 company business. From promotion, from to be in every front page of the news media, to the loyalty of the customers, right? It's go and figure out how the customer of the sporting clothes reacting on this, or how the customer of the glasses, how reacting on this. When I lost my glasses, I can see anything and hear the drone coming and saving my life because now I have my glasses. Okay, another video not playing, but it's okay. Just to make your life very, very easy, they have a booth, their video playing for sure. But what I want to do right now, a little bit self-promotion, right? And I want to ask my colleague, the Alex, and we got Payam, first of the kind, who was first 3PL, was brave enough to believe it is, who realized it's not futuristic, it's today, it's already happening. And perhaps I'm going to ask Alex to try to ask Payam some question for your benefits. By the way, Payam never received a question, Alex doesn't know answers, right? Everything clear and pure.
Thank you, everyone. And I think at the end, we'll also open up to questions from the audience for myself, Payam, or Igor, who, of course, is the inventor of all this amazing, real, available today technology. So, Payam, thanks for joining us today, not just here on stage, but also at the booth. First, maybe you could introduce Shipbots a bit for the crowd, so they understand who you are and what your business is, and then we can talk about how you see airship delivery, airship drone-based delivery, transforming that.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, so I'm Payam. I run Shipbots Fulfillment. We have fulfillment centers mostly focused on e-commerce. We were looking for better last-mile delivery options for our customers. We fulfill currently for about 100 different brands, and we constantly get asked for, of course, lower costs for delivery, but also a sustainable aspect. So Aeros seemed to come from the heavens, literally. And we've been working for a few months together on trying to make this happen by consolidating all the packages and working together on how it will all function.
Sure. I think a lot of people in the audience, because they're from this industry, might know, but from your perspective as the owner, founder of a 3PL, what's the number one pain point for your customers that you run into?
By far, it's fulfillment cost, including delivery. So currently, brands, about 18% of their average selling price is the delivery cost.
Yeah. So is it fair to say that if you're able to economize on delivery costs, save customers that, bring it reliably, that would transform or differentiate your business from other competitors?
Absolutely. That would give us, become a go-to for, sustainable and cost-effective delivery.
Right. And I think that's where we've seized upon the really transformative potential that Aeros will bring to the market with its delivery service. It's the same thing that, by the way, that people saw with drones. And I just want to take a second to comment here. There's been a lot of effort, a lot of money spent by big companies on making sure that drone delivery works, because they see the potential to save on last mile by bringing automation, by bringing some sustainability elements to it. But the major issue that they didn't account for, because none of them have ever dealt with the FAA before, is safety regulations. The Federal Aviation Administration doesn't have any particular concern for how cool something is or how great it could be if it was safe. They're only concerned about safety. They're only concerned about, can you operate in the airspace without causing risks to human lives, to property, and all the rest, which is how we as citizens should want them operating. So what Aeros has done is it's taken the great existing products and technology that it has and found a way to combine them with all the work that's happened in the drone space to specifically address the safety concerns. Unlike all those other companies, Aeros understood and understands and speaks the language of the FAA, because we've type certified aircraft before. None of these other companies in the drone space have ever done that. They've never had to work through the FAA process. They've never had to address the FAA's concerns, which again are principally and only about safety. And we've come in at a time where we take all the great existing products and solutions that we've had and developed over 30 years that Igor has led the development of. We've seen this great innovation, and we're not discrediting the innovation that's happened in the drone space. It's incredible. But it came from a place that didn't take the full picture into account. And we've put these two things together with great partners like Payam to really fulfill the promise of drone delivery, which on its own hasn't been enough, and is unlikely to be enough for anytime soon, simply because, and it's one point Igor made that I want to illustrate a little bit more detail, we haven't quite even figured out on scale to do self-driving cars. I know there's some out there, depending on what city you're in, you might see some putting around. Tesla sort of pretends to have full self-drive, even though you still have to have your hand on the wheel and it beeps at you if you don't. So it's not really, you can't sit in the back seat, for example. We haven't figured out how to do it on the ground. It's logical that you're not going to be able to do it in the air yet. Fully autonomous with no pilots, no visuals, no line of sight. And so with us and with Aeros, and you combine these two great innovations, great technologies that are both ready alone, but they're not both ready to do the mission alone. But together they are. And so Aeros, as the leading airship company, partners like Payam, 3PLs who are local in the LA area and understand the potential here, and we'll very quickly be showing the world how it'll work together and commercially to bring cheap, sustainable last mile delivery to customers, solving the main pain point that Payam has pointed out, which is price. Everyone's concerned about the price for their delivery. As customers, you don't see it, but of course it is built into the price that you're paying. So Payam, what kinds of other benefits do you see of the airship and drone delivery technology? How do you see it helping you grow your business, to acquire new customers, to expand into new markets, and so on?
So speed of delivery is also one of the key factors here. With Uber and Uber Eats and everything, people now want the product in their hands within the hour as well. We survey our brands and also potential customers about what they're looking for with this, and that speed seems to be a game changer for repeat customer purchases, as well as loyalty to the brand.
Great. And as far as branding goes, one of the things that we're going to be doing at Aeros with Payam as our partner, of course, is also providing branding opportunities. So airships are big. Everyone knows, or most people in the US know, the Goodyear blimp, for example. It's iconic. People see it. You look up. You want to look at it. People are interested. Maybe more guys than women. In my experience, it doesn't matter how old you are as a guy. If a helicopter flies by, you're like, oh, there's a sound, and you look up. But it's something that attracts the eye. It attracts people's attention. And of course, it's a branding opportunity. So our launch partners and customers that Igor talked about will also be giving them that branding opportunity to put their logo on the side of the airship. We'll be creating PR and marketing opportunities. One of the great things that's coming up in Los Angeles that we have in our pipeline, again, we didn't make it happen, but it's happening and we'll take advantage of it, is the Summer Olympics in LA, 4 years from now. Huge opportunity for Aeros, for Shipbots, and for our partners to take advantage of all eyes being on Los Angeles, all eyes being on the Olympics that summer, and really creating great PR, marketing, brand loyalty opportunities for everybody that's working with us. I think we're coming to the point where I'm sure people have questions, including for Igor or for Payam. So if we could turn some questions over to the audience and get some engagement, answer some of the things you're thinking about, and maybe you've got ideas for us as well. We'd be happy to jump into those.
How does weather affect this? Your pilot's in Los Angeles, so maybe it's just rain, but how does weather play into product?
The most simple answer is helicopter flying, operation happening. A more complicated answer, if delivery van not on the road because of ice, delivery not happening.
Yeah, said differently, the weather would have to be very extreme for the airship not to be able to fly. But there will be extreme examples. On the flip side, though, there's this isn't so much about delivery necessarily, but there's operations that the airship can do where roads are unavailable. Take Florida at any point over the last couple of weeks. You have a natural disaster, Hurricane Katrina. Everyone remembers the mess logistically getting things into there. Airships can be part of that solution because we're not concerned with the blockage or fallen trees blocking the road. So it cuts both ways, but in short, it really has to be extreme weather for it to be an issue.
So question for myself, you guys have a very great delivery process, very like the dream you guys mentioned, very technological. but I did not hear what is the approach to the reverse logistic process in terms of returns from the customers.
So with returns, that would be through traditional return methods. So post office, FedEx, or other last mile ground-based delivery drivers.
Yeah, on the return side, speed is less important. You just want it out of your hair and to get your refund, but speed is less important for the customer. So returns would be handled traditionally with in the way that our 3PL partners are doing it today. By the way, this microphone thing is surreal in the headphones. It's
And I could have gotten this wrong, but I feel like the density was 4,000 packages an hour, or the quote there. How many markets in the U.S. have that kind of density to support?
4,000 if we're talking with you on average 4 pounds, right? But if you're going to higher volume, right? And for example, I'll give you an example. One of our potential, let's call it this way, or customer, they got the issue with spare parts for cars. Average part, 100. If you look the city, not just from the standpoint of how much particular industries, where we're using words, big fulfillment center outside of the city, right? It's 5 million square foot or whatever, what is allowed to drop the cost of fulfillment to. You becoming city supplier. Again, and with example, what you was just talking with Alex, right? It's the people in Florida, they still want to receive pair of the glasses today. In this case, you become only way of the supplying. 4,000, we're talking about United States. Average in the United States, person receiving like 70 packages a year, multiplied by 330 million, which is a lot of packages. And of course, all of them in urban area.
And let me also add that, that's the use case that we're focused on here in this discussion, because as Igor mentioned, everyone receives more and more packages, sometimes embarrassing amounts of packages. A toothbrush, you need a toothbrush for some trip that you're making and you order and it comes in this big box. That's a whole other can of worms. But there's other applications that this solution will enable. For example, it doesn't have to be on the on-time delivery model. You want something, you order it, you get it quickly. You could also have something like an ice cream truck model almost. You've got a phone, you've got an app. The app, there's an Airship that has pre-positioned products in it. So it's not what you've ordered. It's just the algorithms, and people know what people in a certain zip code are likely to want. Amazon already does that with its fulfillment centers. But here you could take it to really another level. The Airship is flying overhead. It could even be the ice cream jingle noise, right? Because we're all preconditioned to respond to it. You get that noise, the song comes through your phone. If you've got notifications pushed on, it gives you the roster of what's on the Airship, and then you just buy to your heart's content. That's another example. In remote areas, whether it's disaster or other scenarios, you could also do interesting things. For example, delivering to places where there's sparse populations is complex now. It's very expensive for the driver to go off the route. If there's some guy who lives down the road 5 miles and, he needs his packages too, or she needs her packages too. With an Airship, you could run those routes because it would be the drone leaving the Airship going to make that remote delivery while the Airship and the other drones stay on the path. And so you could optimize efficiencies that way. So there's lots of other use cases. The big one, of course, is getting as many people as many packages as possible and starting in densely populated areas. But it unlocks a whole other series of services that don't exist or aren't possible today.
If you look with you before cell phones, right? If we will be asked our question when we was using the ground phone connected to the wires and the public phones, we'll be asking our question, what you can do if you can move public phone with you? Now, we're thinking absolutely different. I personally can absolutely sure the 4,000 parcel, it's not enough. Eventually, we start talking about 66-ton vehicle, right? And when we're moving to 66-ton vehicle, now you literally have flying warehouse fulfillment center. Because right now, you can call this fulfillment center, but fulfillment happen on the ground. Can you imagine you got vehicle was able to carry 250 ton? That's it, right? We're living in a new world. What is, I mean, we can just open our fantasy right now, but it's reality.
I wanted to add, this also greatly increases the selection of same day delivery items available. So currently, you might see, like on Amazon, there are some things available, a select number of SKUs available for same day. That's because they have micro fulfillment centers that are smaller in nature in the city that they can do that. But with the airship and without traffic and with a much lower cost, you're able to have like a fulfillment center outside of the city, like 5 million square feet, and quickly bring it to the urban dense area and deliver same day.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the presentation a lot. Question on, do you plan to fly during the day or could you also fly at night and this expands delivery 24/7 essentially?
You already answered yes.
I bet it'll piss off some HOAs though, but they get mad about everything.
Yes, I believe this is amazing contribution to logistics and transportation. But is there anything challenges that you all may experience as far as whether it was brought up, but regulations, policies, and things that could be a problem later on for retailers?
I'll be say with the challenge, right? Not challenge with the regulation. Challenge what we experienced this couple days during the conversation. It's people to explain to people it's reality. Of course, right away coming the question, some kind of standard drone concern about the privacy. That is one what we can hear from the media. People worry about privacy. No one like it. Drone with camera flying to your neighborhood, right? I always try to say we're going to be proud they can fly it, right? They can be jealous, but doesn't matter. The answer for this, we're trying to solve this kind of question through technology. For example, we don't have camera on drone compared with regular drone for commercial delivery, the camera there, because we can achieve very precision camera on airship. Because no one have the problem when helicopter passing by, right? It's because it's not looking, it's just concentrating only on the delivery point. Another question, what I hear today, people probably will be don't like when so many airships. I think yes, I agree, but until they can see sun, they will be okay. When it's everything covered with shadow, I'm okay because for good people, we're going to remove a couple airships and we got the sunshine. But in reality, people love airships, right? And everyone know Goodyear blimp, and we done, and not just we done. It was a lot of study because airship is something like cloud. It's something romantic. It's not the noisy helicopter what is willing to drop down any second. I mean, this kind of, right? It's basically with our challenge. The challenge, yeah, how to answer for this kind of question to demonstrate it's not the real. I mean, we talked to a number of the cities, right, around the country from the standpoint of the business license. All thumbs up. because CTC, you're paying more taxes, right? It's, I never thought any person in the whole entire world, if you ask him, you want to have rights on an airship, and he declined. Everyone want to fly on airships. In reality, what we're bringing something unique. We're transforming way of living. We're just in the beginning of this road. But yeah, the question is, again, when after our initial conversation with the FAA, and they just tell me, hey, yeah, of course, what you're asking about. The life become really, really good.